Welcome to your mat today. My name is Tami, and I am here today to offer you a beautiful heart-opening restore practice. The tools that you would need today would be 2 blocks and a bolster and a blanket. And if you don't have those tools, that's okay. You can always get a pillow, you can get a towel, or you can use books. I'll meet you right back here on your mat. Welcome back. We're going to start today in fish pose. Take your bolster or your pillow, lay it right over the top of your blocks. As you see, I have the blocks kind of set up in an L shape. If you don't have blocks, you don't need blocks. But if you do have blocks, put your bolster right over the top of your blocks. With or without the blocks, bring your hips right up against your bolster. Using your hands for support, ground your feet into the earth, your knees up toward the ceiling. And then gently lean back, opening your heart, reaching your hands out to your sides, palms up for receiving, or palms down for grounding. If you have the blocks and this is too intense, again, you can go down to no blocks, just directly onto your bolster. One thing that is so enjoyable about a restorative class is it's really about softening into the poses, not about really pushing your edge. So find something that feels comfortable. You can keep your knees lifted, or you can start to walk your feet out to the top of your mat. I invite you to close your eyes, lower your gaze. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide. Exhale. As you exhale, feel that constriction in the back of your throat. Seal your lips closed. Breathe in through your nose. Keeping your lips closed, but feeling that constriction in the back of your throat. Exhale for Ujjayi breathing. Take notice of your legs. Allow them to naturally fall open. Take notice of your arms. Allow gravity to start to reach them toward the earth, opening your heart. Peel your tongue off the roof of your mouth and continue to breathe. Enjoying this moment of recentering. Start to put some movement into your fingers and into your toes. Gently rock your head from side to side. And if you've extended your legs, start to bring the soles of your feet onto the earth. And then gently roll to your favorite side, being careful coming off of your props. Using your bicep as a pillow, bring your ear down. Taking this moment to return back to your physical body. And then with the strength of your arms, push yourself all the way up. Coming to seated. If you still have props on your mat, move them out of your way. And then find yourself in tabletop with your knees directly underneath your hips. Draw your gaze up to the ceiling. Feeling a tug from your belly button to your chin. Exhale, round your spine. Pull your shoulder blades up toward the ceiling for cat pose. Inhale, Gomukha Shavasana, cow face pose. Feel a tug across your chest and across your collarbones as you hammock your belly down. Exhale, round your spine. Squeeze any last bit of stale air out of your body. And then return back to neutral tabletop. Ground down into your left hand and sweep your right arm high to the sky. Exhale, take your right arm and thread it behind your left arm, bringing your right ear onto the earth. Keeping your hips high. Keep your left hand either next to your face. You can reach it out in front of you or wrap it around your body for a bind. We will be here for some time, so find the pose that feels right for you. And if you find that this particular pose is uncomfortable on your knees, you can always take your blanket or your towel and put it under your knees for extra support. Keep breathing, keep stretching. Wherever your left hand is, return it next to your face and sweep your right arm high to the sky. Exhale, lower your right hand back down to the earth. And this time, sweep your left arm all the way up. And then exhale, thread your left arm behind your right, threading your needle on this side, bringing your left ear onto the earth. Once again, you can keep your right hand next to your face. You can reach it out in front of you, or you can wrap it around your body for a bind. This is a great heart opener. It's great for stability, to stretch. Continue to breathe. This is another one of those poses that helps your digestive system, and one that you can do anywhere, anytime. Keep breathing, keep working, keep relaxing, and keep grounding. Sometimes our stillest poses can be our hardest poses. Wherever your right hand is, bring it back next to your face. Sweep your left arm high to the sky, and then come all the way down back to tabletop. Give yourself a wiggle, give yourself a waggle, moving your body from side to side. Walk your hands toward the top of your mat, bringing your forearms onto the earth. Reach your legs straight out behind you, bringing your belly button and your hips onto your mat. You can stay right here, or you can reach your hands at a 45-degree angle, reaching your heart up toward the ceiling for Sphynx pose. Draw your gaze about 3 feet out in front of you, and you can close your eyes or lower your gaze right here. If this is uncomfortable on your back body, maybe it's too intense, you can always lift your legs. And if that still doesn't feel right for you, you can always cross your hands in front of you and come down a little bit lower. We will be in this pose for another 2 minutes, so find what feels right for you. Continue to reach your heart toward the top of your mat. Feel the rhythm of your breath as your belly button reaches towards your mat with each and every exhale. As we start to come out of this pose, walk your hands underneath your shoulders, come all the way down. Bring your forehead onto the earth. And then with the strength of your hands, push yourself all the way back to tabletop. To come out of Sphynx pose, start to walk your hands underneath your shoulders and roll all the way down with your forehead onto the earth. Then readjust your hands so that they are right in line with your shoulders. Push up, come back to tabletop, hands under your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Bring your big toes to touch and open your knees wide. Start to walk your hands out in front of you, bringing your chest and your forehead down to the earth, your hips towards your heels for child's pose. If child's pose is uncomfortable on your knees, then come back up, bring your knees, your ankles to touch, then bring your hips to your heels and walk your hands out in front of you with your forehead down on the earth. Feel the stretch from your hips all the way into your armpits. Take notice of your breath. You're working for long, luxurious breaths. These lengthy holds sometimes can cause thoughts and emotions to float around, and that's okay. If something pops in your head, acknowledge it, send it out, and let it know you'll pick it up shortly. Continue to breathe. Ujjayi breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Start to walk your hands back towards your body, coming back to tabletop, knees underneath your hips. Give yourself a wiggle here from side to side. Maybe shaking your head yes, maybe shaking your head no. And then when you come back onto your mat, bring your hips back to the earth and sweep your legs out in front of you. Feet hip-width distance apart. Use your hands to ground down and then heel-toe your feet to the edges of your mat. Walking just your feet back in, leaving your knees wide. Bring your feet into a diamond or bound angle. And then find your bolster or your pillow. Bring it right behind you, right up against your hips. And then with the help of your hands, come all the way back, opening your heart, just like you did on fish pose. This pose may feel uncomfortable on your knees. Find your blocks, draw them underneath your knees if that feels better for you. If that is still uncomfortable, you can always have one knee up and one knee down. And when we're halfway through this pose, I'll let you know so you can switch to the other side. You can close your eyes or lower your gaze. This is a beautiful pose that you can hold anywhere up to 10 minutes on your own. If you have one leg up and one leg down, you can always switch right now as we're halfway through this pose. If you'd like a different sensation, if your palms are up, draw your palms down for grounding. You'll feel a different sensation in your shoulders. Continue to breathe. Start to put some movement into your fingers. And then walk your hands down by your legs. And then with the help of your hands, draw your knees to touch and the soles of your feet onto the earth. Roll off of your bolster onto one side, using your bicep as a pillow, your knees stacked, and then rolling all the way back onto your back body. Draw your knees into your chest and rock your body from side to side. Take a deep breath in through your nose, finding stillness. Open your mouth wide Exhale. Release your feet to the edges of your mat, your hands up to the ceiling. As you start to settle into your Savasana, you can use any of your props under your knees, under your back, maybe a towel over your eyes or a blanket over your body. I will leave you here to enjoy your Savasana for as long as feels good for you. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I look forward to seeing you again. Namaste.